Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Kaba Ilco number A1179L. This is a 6-pin key blank and what would be called an L keyway from Arrow. I have a client who knows this as a Dominion keyway, so I know that it's associated with that name at a certain point, but this video is to really serve as visual evidence of the item mostly. In an L keyway, and there's not any information really published from Arrow on this keyway and other keyways like it, unfortunately. So it's hard to know the family of keyways that this would participate in. I don't think this is a simplex keyway. It's probably part of a multiplex, but I've spoken to Arrow on the telephone on a couple of occasions, and they've relayed in a roundabout fashion that they simply don't have the data, the documentation that would tell them about the history of Arrow keyways. It's sparse, the information that's available on what Arrow keyways have been manufactured. When you speak to Arrow's key department, it's actually Medico's key department who's incredibly helpful. But I've been told, I get the idea that they just don't have the data to draw on, so it's hard to know exactly what they need or what. It's hard to know sometimes what a client's looking for when there's not good data to fall back on. So this is what that key blank looks like from Kaba Ilco. I will give you the blade height and the length of the blade as well. Blade height is 0.336, 0.336, 0.336 from the shoulder stop to the end of the key blank. I'd say it'd be about 1.095. 1.095 from the shoulder stop right to the very tip of my finger before the break. Okay, let's switch to the screen view and let's take a closer look at some of the supporting documentation. If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. Okay, what we have here is some photographs. That's what the thumb side of the key blank looks like, assuming you're right-handed. The back side, that would be the thumb side, the milling on the key blank. Then the opposite side, just to help you determine. We also have a cut sheet from the Kaba Ilco book, the A1179L. It's right here. That's the broaching of the cylinder plug. What I mean by that is that's what it looks like when you look down into the cylinder, not at the tip of the key blank. That's the broaching in the cylinder. The milling on the key blank would be the opposite of that. So if you are looking for a key blank from Arrow and you're not sure what keyway it is, sure, the letter is going to be a tip-off, but you've got to flip it around in your head. If you have a key blank in your hand, like I do now, I've got to flip that over in my mind's eye so I can, attempt to determine exactly what that looks like. And one trick that I was told to do one time is you take the key blank and you put the tip of the key down on top of that, because you're emulating putting the key into the cylinder broaching. And sure enough, when I hold the thumb side up and the tip of the key pointed away from me, as if I was to put it into that milling, or pardon me, that broaching, you would broach a cylinder plug and you would mill a key blank. So if I were to try to stick the key blank into that broaching, it would indeed line up just perfectly. There's also below this video a link to the manufacturer's page within our site. From here you can pull up not only all of the Kaba Ilco products that we sell by means of this horizontal navigation, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full key blank catalog. If you're looking for key blanks, I would very much recommend that you dive into this book, not only because it's a comprehensive source of key blanks, but it's also a cross-reference. So if I were to search for A1179L, it comes up 3 times in this book. First time is on the cut sheet. the second time is in a cross-reference. So that's helpful. That tells me that this is an Arrow 91L key blank. The original Arrow key blank is a 91L. Okay, I'm gonna say that that's that is for sure a 6-pin L key blank with this larger bow. A third time it comes up is in the cross-reference from Taylor to the Ilco number. So it really allows you to search to try to figure out what material is. I had a client call and ask about a 997 PA from Yale, and there's a Taylor, 6 PA cross-reference here. So the point is not only can you see the broachings and the plugs, but if it exists in their cross-reference, that will help you narrow down what you're looking for as well. Let's wrap up this video on camera. If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. Okay, in conclusion, if you have any questions on the A1179L, Kaba Ilco blank, or any other Kaba Ilco product, please feel free to reach out to us. When it comes to mortise cylinders, rim cylinders, key and knob, lever deadbolt cylinders, Kaba Ilco makes a very high-quality, solid brass product in a couple of dozen keyways that they can do. They can do lots of finishes. They can do lots of different cams. They can do keying at the factory as well. Even though we generally don't rely on the factory to do keying, they can do it, obviously, as well. So I would most certainly recommend that you review their product line, because you might find simply a very high-quality product that meets your keyway requirements at a substantially lower cost. That's why. Any questions on this or any other Kaba Ilco product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.